Hello everybody. My face feels insanely dry right now, so while I do my intro, I'm gonna put on my skincare as well because I decided that I would like actually do my skincare on camera as well as getting ready because my skin, honestly, like it's very dry right now. I'll show you again when it's hydrated, but it looks so good right now, not to toot my own horn, except for this area, which is mostly scarring. So I wanted to do my skincare on camera so you guys could see what I've been doing. Also, ignore any weird shadowing over here. My setup right now is honestly insane. First, I'm gonna use the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%. This has like actually transformed my skin. Basically, for this video, I'm gonna be doing a little get ready with me while talking about 2024 because it is coming up. It's approaching us very, very, very fast, and I could not honestly be more excited. I don't know, 2023 was a year of changing for me, like very much. If you guys don't know, I moved in February. I'm also gonna use the Glow Recipe Pore Tightening Toner, the watermelon one. Also, my hair looks literally insane right now, but please, with hair, I swear it is not. Trust the journey is the best. Like, you know, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Like with your hair, it's about the destination, okay? So just please bear with me. I have set a lot of goals for myself for 2024. Sorry, I'm also using the Glow Recipe Dewdrops because, like I was talking about, 2023 is so many changes, and I don't know, I think that I really need to get back into a routine. I have not had a routine since 2022. This year was all about like kind of rediscovering who I was and getting back into hobbies and stuff like that because I very much fell out of like all of my hobbies this year. I don't know, this year's just been all over the place. So 2024, I really want to be more organized. The very first thing that I have set up for myself is 75 soft. Now, if you don't know what 75 soft is, it's pretty much 75 hard, but not as hard because 75 hard is insane. I will tell you guys what the 75 hard is because I will probably never do that. Unless content creating is like my career, I will never be doing that. I'll also maybe be vlogging my 75 soft journey on my TikTok. So if you guys want to follow that, it's linked in the description. I'm going to be quickly telling you guys what the rules are of 75 hard so that you can understand really how difficult it is. So the first rule, follow a nutrition plan of your choice, no alcohol or cheat meals. So that means the whole entire time you're doing 75 hard, you can't have a single cheat meal, so you cannot stray away from your diet, and you can't have any alcohol. That's just a rule for 75 hard and 75 soft. I'm giving myself one exception because I have like a party plan for January, and I'm not wanting to delay the start of it because me and my boyfriend are both doing it at the exact same time, so I'd rather us start the same day. But number two, 45-minute workouts every single day. That's an hour and a half of working out every single day at different times usually. One of them must be outside. I live in Canada, it's gonna be January. I'm not doing that. Drink 1 gallon of water every single day. Yeah, a gallon is like a giant jug of milk. I'm gonna have a similar goal for myself, but once again, I'll revisit those after I'm done talking about this. Read 10 pages of a non-fiction, personal development focused book. Okay. Take a progress picture every single day. Yeah, I don't understand that one. I honestly don't think you should. I'm pretty sure it's take progress pictures every single day. It might be every week, but for this, I'm pretty sure it's every single day. I guess that's it for 75 hard. Okay, another one of the rules that I don't agree with literally at all is that the second that you mess up, the literal second, so if you miss a day of reading, or if you read a few less pages than you're supposed to, or if you're like sick, or if you miss a workout, or if your workout's way too short, if you miss your watermark, anything, you have to restart the 75 hard the next day. I won't be doing that because it's like, if I get sick, I'm not gonna just restart the 75 soft, you know what I mean? So I have different rules, and I also have a lot more rules for myself. I think that the 75 hard has obviously some benefits, but I think most of it is negatives. I don't think that I would ever participate in the 75 hard. Another point that was brought up by my boyfriend's sister is that the 75 hard, once you're done that, you're gonna be burnt out. You're gonna be so burnt out that you're probably, what the hell, it's all rolling. What the flick? You're gonna be so burnt out by the end of the 75 hard that you're literally not going to want to work out. Like, you're not gonna wanna do it. You're gonna feel worse about the fact that you don't wanna work out. Like, the second you're done, it's only like 2.5 months or something. And some people might think it's good. If you like, what are those people who do like those competitions where they like oil themselves up and put on a bunch of self-tanner. Whatever those things are, you might be doing the 75 hard to prep for that. I'm not doing it for day-to-day life. On to 75 soft rules, because that's obviously what we're all here for, my personal goals, duh. If you want to start doing the 75 soft, I highly recommend it. Not that I've done it yet. So it is going to be one minimum 45-minute workout every single day. That workout can look like Pilates. That workout can look like yoga. That workout can look like heavy weight training. That workout can look like a run. It can look like going on a walk. It can look like going on a hike. Like, all of those things count as the workout, which I really like about the 75 soft, because I don't know, I think that's a better goal. It's also a lot more realistic, because the 75 hard, you don't really have rest days as far as my knowledge about it goes, and I don't want to have rest days for my 75 soft. So the yoga days and the super long stretching days, that's gonna be like a rest day, but it's also going to count as a workout because I'm still getting my body moving. For diet, I'm going to basically just make goals for myself, because I'm not gonna restrict myself and say like, oh, no bread. You know, I'm just gonna limit the amount of pastries I can have, because bread is obviously good for you, and I like to eat toast before I do my cardio days. So I'll just be like, okay, I'll have one pastry every 2 weeks maximum. Like, these are all very personal to me. Okay, something is in my... I don't really drink anything other than water and matcha, so if I were to say any limits, like no pop the whole time for me personally would be a goal that I could easily reach. I want to do no dairy at all, because I am lactose intolerant, so I've been eating foods lately with no lactose in them. So like lactose-free cheese, lactose-free milk, whatever, stuff like that. However, I've noticed that I'm still having the effects that I get from dairy, so I'm starting to think that I don't have lactose intolerance. I'm starting to think I have an allergy to dairy. That's pretty much the only restrictions I think I'm setting for myself in terms of food. I'm going to make it a goal to drink at least 2 of these every single day. How does my makeup look right now? I can't like tell. Whatever. And then I'm going to be reading 10 pages of a book every single day, because I do like reading, so it's not going to be a hassle for me. Another one of my goals is to meditate for at least 5 minutes every single day. Some people might be like, oh, do 10 minutes. I said at least 5, all right? So at least 5 will get me to meditate every single day. And if I do more one day, that's great. Like, I'll do I've done 20-minute meditations before. I like guided meditations on YouTube a lot more than I like just being in silence, because it really helps me. I once had this meditation session at home, and I literally remember it so well, because I was sitting in my old bedroom on my yoga mat with candles. Oh, I should light a candle. Hello? I was just listening to my guided meditation. I cannot find this YouTube video, guys. I swear my like spirit guides were like, okay, you are going to meditate, and you are going to have this meditation one time. It will change your life. I literally fully believe that this is in my future, simply because I'm not gonna even say what it is, because it involves like, okay, it has something to do with my future. And it basically, like, I was in this room, and I still, to this day, remember the colors of this room. I remember the entire setup of this room. I remember the setup and, like, all the, like, I already said colors and setup. What am I doing? Like, I remember the layout. I remember the size. I remember everything. I remember walking through this place, and it was so beautiful, and it was everything I've ever wanted. Like, my whole entire life, I've been trying to picture reality for myself, but it's been really hard for me. And the second I meditated it, like, I forgot that I was in my bedroom. Like, excuse me. I forgot that I was in reality. I forgot that I was like, this was my reality. Like, I thought that that was my reality. I felt like I was levitating. Like, I stopped feeling the ground beneath me. Like, meditating is surreal. It's so amazing. If you've never done it, please do it. Get through the feeling awkward and stupid while you're meditating phase, and get to the like ethereal, insane experience phase. I've done so much talking about all of these parts. I'm really sorry about that. I don't have any buts. That's just my apology. In 2024, we are not gonna be broke. Let me just say that. And that sounds very privileged of me. Okay, so let me take a step back. I'm talking about if you have an income. I'm talking about if you are in a place in life where you can be saving. I'm not personally gonna share like my exact budget goals, but I can give you guys some tips, because I am not good at budgeting for myself, but I know how to budget, if that makes sense. I can easily plan a budget for somebody else. I can plan things for other people, but it's really hard for me to stick to it myself. myself. So the way that I think that it could be good to budget if you are somebody who has a car or has rent, you get your paycheck. You know the amount of money on average you need for groceries, you know the amount of money you need on average for rent, or you know the amount of money you need on average for gas and insurance for your car. So you take all of those expenses, and if you get paid twice a month, then obviously take half of the expenses out of one paycheck and then half the expenses out of the other, so that you have a combined total with both of those paychecks. So say you get paid, this is just a random number to make it easy, $500 per paycheck. $100 is how much you spend on insurance and gas. You take that out of your paycheck. So now you have the $100 set aside for insurance and gas. Now you have $400. Pretend that that $100 doesn't even exist. And the $100 can also be groceries, it can be rent, whatever it is. You separate half of that $400 and you put it into your savings account. So now you have $200 in your savings, and then you have $200 for your spending money. Also though, don't like look at your spending money as, oh, I can just spend this on everything, like I can get rid of all of it. Always try and still be like smart with your spending money, because you still want like a lot of spending money, especially if you want to save up for something expensive, like you have like a cool coat or something, like, or you want like a Aritzia Super Puff, I don't fucking know. The fact that I'm almost done my makeup kind of sucks because I have so many more things to talk about. Hold on, let me just do my eyeliner because I cannot do that while talking. I also like to darken my beauty marks on my face because I do have a few that get kind of covered up by concealer. I also have one like right on the actual center of my forehead, but I don't like darkening that one. But I have one here, somewhere over here, and somewhere over here. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, budgeting. It's just honestly very smart to do. So by like the summer of 2024, if you want to go on a trip, you can hopefully go on a small trip. If you want to buy a car, hopefully you can buy car. Like it's just all depends on your goals, and you can honestly save a lot if you want to. Once again, I know that like saving is not in everybody's ability, like not everybody can save, so it's different for everyone. I also, of course, have some social media goals I'd like for myself. I really want to start getting more consistent on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but I have been so motivated lately, and I feel like I've been going at it in a very healthy way. Like I feel that my art has really taken the lead in my hobbies, and I'm very, very proud of myself for that, because truth be told, I very much skipped out on actually creating art for a very long time, and I regret that because art is my biggest passion, and I've come to rediscover that. When I was younger, my favorite thing ever to do was sing and draw, and I was always like debating which one of those things to pursue, and I'm not like good enough of a singer to pursue singing, and also I enjoy art better. Like I just have more fun doing it, so I have kind of come to the decision that my favorite thing is art, and I would love to pursue that. So that's led me to create the Instagram account for myself, and I'm saying it here to kind of hold myself accountable. I am going to be making a website. My boyfriend's sister is going to help me with that. She's a G for that one. Love her, because I don't know how to make a fucking website. So I'm also going to start selling prints on that website. If you guys were wondering what I was going to be selling, obviously I'm talking about art, so I'm going to be selling prints. I don't think I'm going to be doing commission work. It depends. Like if somebody were to text me on Instagram and be like, hey, can you do this work in this style? Like this picture, they can send me a picture that they want me to do. Maybe I'd do it. It depends. Like if they send me a photo and they're like, hey, can you do this in pointillism? Pointillism takes me like 20 plus hours a lot of the time, and it depends on how big the piece is too. But like if they want a big piece and they want it pointillism, I might just say no. If I get to a point where I'm doing commission work and you guys send me something, don't expect me to say yes, because it's not always gonna happen. It all depends on if I even feel like doing it, because I'm gonna be real. There's some shit I just don't like to paint and draw. I never thought that I would do pointillism as much as I do. I never thought I'd enjoy it as much as I do. And honestly, I never thought that after high school I'd ever even do it again, because it is so time consuming. And I also have started freehanding everything. And I've noticed that, not to toot my own horn, but I'm better at art than I thought. Like I started freehanding stuff, and I am very proud of how it's all turning out. Like I'm like, damn, like I didn't know I could just do that. Why is mascara so fucking hard to do when you talk? Ugh! I also really want to start using highlighter. I don't actually own one, because I don't use it, but I'm pretty sure in this Sephora contour palette, like this last one is supposed to be highlighter, but it's very chalk looking. Damn, it's like just so white. Like it's not highlight, like it's like a sparkly powder. You know what, it's kind of shiny. Maybe I'll use a little on my nose. Bam! It's kind kind of shiny. Cute! It's actually a good subtle highlight. Like, it looks like a glow. This Sephora contour palette and my Sephora blush are my two most reliable. Actually, that's a lie. Honestly, all the makeup I use right now is very reliable. I'm gonna do a quick rundown of all my products at the end of this. You may have noticed I don't actually wear concealer on my under eye because I do like how like the purple looks of my under eye, so I don't actually use it there. So if you're like, well, Sarah, what do you do instead? I just use a little bit of my powder on it because I don't want it to be glowy there. I just want it to be purpley. I also only brush my eyebrows. I don't draw them in or anything. So my makeup brushes are all from Sephora. Every single one of them. I just brought like a brush set of like 6 or 7 makeup brushes and they work great. I have a Sephora contour palette. I do not recommend this if you have dark skin. This specific palette, I think that this is the darker one. I can't remember if I got the darker or lighter one. I might have gotten the lighter one. It also looks a lot darker in person, just so you know. So if you have a darker complexion, this will not work as a contour palette for you. My favorite blush ever. Like, oh my God. I've used so many liquid blushes. I've used so many powder blushes. This fucking Sephora blush is the most perfect shade of pink that any blush could ever be for my skin tone, at least. I have neutral to olive skin. It's really hard to see on camera because the light on me is very glaring right now, but this is kind of what it looks like. It's like very pink, but it has like coral undertones and like slightly orangey undertones, but it's not orange at all. And for a base, I like the Glossier mascara, but I don't like this on its own. It is way too subtle. It is barely a mascara. My favorite mascara ever is the Sky High Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's literally so worn. Like, you can tell I use this every single day because I do. This concealer is honestly my holy grail. It's very light feeling. Another reason that my makeup recommendations I think are reliable is because I have very much sensory issues when it comes to makeup and the way it feels on my skin, which is why I don't actually wear foundation. And my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder I love because I don't bake at all. I hate baking my makeup. And this fluffy eyeshadow fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the one I use for my powder always. And so I just get a little bit, tap most of it off and then put it on. I think that this concealer and powder combo wears really well. Okay, now I need my lip liner. I use, like everyone and their fucking mom, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. Basically, wait, I can't talk while I do lip liner. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, I have a double lip line and I've seen a lot of people talk about this and how to do it. So if you don't know, I'll tell you really quickly. So if you look, right here is where the color ends and right here is where the 3D ends. Like, they end at different points. So here's how I like to do it. On my top lip, I like to go all the way to the inside. I don't like to overline personally on me. And then I like to line my lips on the 3D part of my lip on the bottom and the middle. And then where the color ends on the sides. Low-key, I think I do it all the way to the 3D way. And then I put on a little bit of Vaseline. I like Vaseline because it's not like crazy glossy, but it's also obviously not matte. If you want to know though, my personal favorite, I know it's like still super zoomed in, just give me a second. I know I said just now it's not super glossy, but if you want to know the best, the best lip oil in my opinion, get the Quo Beauty lip oil. Basically, the Quo lip oil is the only lip oil I've ever used that is not sticky. This is what it looks like. You can kind of tell that it's like pretty thin. Oh, see it? Like, it just looks so watery and it feels so lightweight. So anyway, we are going to put on some jewelry. I saw this girl on TikTok and she had gold jewelry on one hand and silver jewelry on the other. So we're gonna try and do that. Also, it's time to take my hair down. I'm getting way too sappy. I don't even know what I'm saying. I just get butterflies every time I talk about him. And if you're wondering how I do hair rollers, by the way, because I personally do think I have it down to a craft. I have a tutorial on TikTok, so you can watch that if you'd like. I only have 5 minutes left on my SD card right now. So I am going to be calling it after this quick clip of my hair. Hold on. Okay, I finally have my hair sitting right. I feel very like, okay, I'm gonna say something and it's gonna sound grody. So just give me a second. I feel very like mommy right now. I feel very like older woman sexy. I feel very womanly right now. Anyway, so this is the final look. I'll zoom into my skin because I know I said I was gonna do that after my skincare, and I know it's kind of like cheating to do after makeup, but whatever. There's no concealer anywhere except for under my lip and on my chin. I'm not moving my hair much because I like hairsprayed it. There's a skin on my forehead right now. And I'm very proud of myself because I haven't been picking my skin. This is the ring combo. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys. Bye. Goodbye.